She still couldn't afford the price of being a Black woman in America.
Won't you say my name, say my name? If you claim you want me, it ain't no whip.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Ngozi.
I'm Tarim, and if you can see by the title, we are going to be talking about Black women and childbirth and death during pregnancy and other pregnancy complications.
Black men are dying in the hands of police officers, and Black women are dying in hospitals because doctors and nurses are downplaying our pain. They don't believe us, they think we're exaggerating.
This has been something we wanted to talk about for a while, and it's something that, has always been relevant in our lives, but I think it's more relevant now because in the media we are unfortunately seeing a lot of women with a platform experiencing a lot of childbirth complications.
This topic really hits home for us because we're Black women. We're gonna get pregnant one day, we're gonna go through childbirth, and childbirth is already scary in its own, so it's even scarier being a Black woman and going through childbirth.
We want to find a way to help this problem. This is something that we can't just sit back and let happen, and we just wanted to start with education because a lot of people don't even know this is a problem. Education is the foundation for change. So if we can help in some way by educating someone that can change this or even just bring awareness to the issue, I think we're doing something that a lot of people aren't.
I also believe some people don't want to believe the statistics with Black women dying during childbirth. So we also want this video to show the statistics.
The true why to why Black women are dying. It's not
a myth.
It's not just something that we're more susceptible to health issues, which might be a cause of some deaths, but that's also due to the racial system that we're under. But a lot of these things are due to just our skin color, and we're here to show you why.
So I'm really scared to have kids, to bring children into this world, not only because Black women have such a higher rate of dying during childbirth, but also because of all the inequalities in the world. Like, I fear that every time my son or daughter goes out, I'm gonna worry for their safety when they come home because of racist police officers or just racist people in general that is looking to harm them.
Honestly, this is why I kind of wanted to go into the OBGYN profession, because I feel like we just need more representation. We need people in the hospital that are going to vouch for us, that are going to represent us and see us as humans and look at our problems as real. And I think that's really one of the main problems that is causing this. We don't have enough representation. No one else is going to fight for us, so we have to fight for us. And I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm going to be in this situation at one point. I'm going to get a midwife or a doctor that I trust, someone that I know that will see my pain as pain and will not look at it as overreaction, So this is something that it's a life or death situation. This is not just something you see on the media and it's like, oh, that's sad. This is a whole group of people that are at a higher chance of dying. So we're gonna start off with some statistics. So a Black woman with an advanced degree is more likely to lose her baby than a white woman with less than an 8th grade education. That means it doesn't matter your social economic status, it doesn't matter how much you came up, it doesn't matter how much bread you have. You are still at a less likely of surviving pregnancy than someone who hasn't even gone to school.
Doctors don't hear Black women's outcry. They downplay our symptoms, they downplay our pain. That's why during childbirth, Black women have a 3 to 4 times higher chance of dying compared to white women. The first Black woman I want to talk about is the tennis legend Serena Williams. She is rich, she has access to the best doctors, and yet she almost died during childbirth. So I'm just going to give you guys a background on the story in case you guys didn't know what happened to her. So after childbirth, she had a sharp pain in her chest and she was having shortness of breath. So she called the nurse and said, I'm having shortness of breath and I have chest pain. And then she said, I think I'm having a blood clot. She has a history of blood clots, so that's why she assumed that one of the clots must have traveled to her lungs. And the nurse said, oh, no, it's okay. We gave you a lot of pain medicine, so you're maybe like a little bit delusional. Like, it's okay, you're fine. And Serena Williams kept on insisting. She was like, I'm not delusional. Like, I know the pain I'm feeling. I can't breathe. So the nurse finally called in the doctor, and the doctor came. Serena Williams told the doctor, please, can you order me a CT scan and give me blood thinning medicine because I think blood clots travel through my lungs. The doctor's like, oh no, it's okay, like, you're okay. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna order you an ultrasound. And Serena Williams was like, an ultrasound for blood clots? Like, Even if she did have it, an ultrasound was never going to show that. She told the doctor that. The doctor still continued to order her an ultrasound. So she got the ultrasound, of course, nothing was detected. The doctor was like, gonna go on, just gonna leave. She said, I'm not leaving until you give me a CT scan. So finally, after like 10-20 times of persisting it, they gave her a CT scan. They found 5 clots on her lung. So they gave her the blood thinning medicine. And she said that if she never was as persistent as she was, she would have died. And that's so scary because she has access to the best doctors, the best hospital care, and yet she almost died because the doctors, the nurses, the staff, they're all downplaying her symptoms, her pain.
What's crazy to me about that story is Serena Williams is a tennis superstar. She can afford the best of the best healthcare. She can afford the most attentive care. And she still couldn't afford the price of being a Black woman in America. The next story that I'm going to tell you guys is a story about a woman named Simone Landrum. So Simone is an African-American woman who, in the spring of 2016, told her doctor about her healthcare concerns during her pregnancy. So she was experiencing pain and sickness and was told by the doctor to calm down. He dismissed her pain and her feelings, and he didn't even put it down in her medical records. He did not write her pain or any of the symptoms that she was experiencing down in her medical records. So there's basically no records of everything that she was going through and telling the doctor about. So towards the end of her pregnancy, she started to notice that she had blood pouring out from between her legs. So she was sent to the emergency room. They saw that she had an elevated blood pressure, and if she had not received a blood transfusion, she would have died. Simone ended up losing her baby, all from something that could have been avoided if they had heard her, if they had heard her voice and heard her pain and taken it seriously. So the last story that we're going to talk about is very recent and it's extremely tragic, and we want to start off by offering our condolences to the family and the partner of this woman and the fans of her. The next person that we're going to talk about is Nicole Thea. She was 24 years old. Only 24 years old. She was a dancer. She was extremely healthy. She was very fit. Her partner, Boga, was extremely excited to welcome into this earth their bundle of joy of a son. Even though she was very healthy and active, she's said to have passed away from a massive heart attack. But the thing is, before she had died, she was complaining about symptoms that she was having. She was having shortness of breath and she was having dizziness. These are things that she was probably telling her healthcare providers and the people that were keeping track of her pregnancy symptoms of. She told her pain. She told people what she was going through. And although we don't know much about the story, so I will not speak too deeply about the exact specific details of what happened and what was the cause of her death, it is just a very sad story, and it just shows you that we experience things that no one will understand and that many other women have people being attentive to. We had the other women that are not Black women are able to seek care for the littlest of symptoms that they have. But when it comes to us, we're seen as people that can just take so much, and I really don't understand why.
That's where the strong Black woman narrative comes in. We're handled so much pain, so many burdens, and society expects us to all be able to handle it. The strong Black woman narrative is killing our Black women. The history of Black women has always been a sad story. During slavery, white slave owners would justify taking Black women's children because they said Black women weren't as sentimental as white women. White women are always seen as the damsel in distress, but Black women can be distressed too. We feel pain. We're not some type of meta superhuman. The reason why people portray us as being so strong is because we never really had people to fight for us. We're usually doing the fighting. We fight for our men. We fight for our children. The Black women, the strong Black woman narrative is just kind of toxic because we feel like it's okay to not be okay. We don't get the same comfort and treatment as white women do. We live in a world where our skin is seen as inferior.
This all just stems from skin color, to be honest. Like we've said before, dark skin is associated with masculinity. It is associated with strength. So on men, it works because men in general, the stereotype of men is masculinity and strength and power. When you put that on a woman, it clouds her femininity in a sense that it rids her of that opportunity to just be frail. Black women are never, ever taken seriously. When a Black woman is experiencing pain, she is seen as ghetto. she's seen as ratchet. She is seen as overreacting, and these are detrimental to us. At the end of the day, Black women are the mother to society.
Black women, we're very nurturing. We're expressive. We want people to know how we feel. And people like to misconstrue that with us being angry, an angry Black woman. No, it's because we want our voices to get heard. And in society, we're so used to our voices getting shut down constantly. So when we do raise our voice, so we can be heard. No, oh, she's just another angry Black woman. Exactly. No, I'm not. I'm angry because you're not listening to me. You're not listening to my concerns. You're not listening to my pain.
This scares me because even in life in general, in school, in high school, even in college, I'm scared to express myself because I'm going to be seen as angry. Every time I have concern, I have to think to myself, calm down. You are the face of Black women. Immediately when I have an emotion, I am representing Black women all across the country, all across the world. But people need to understand we're not a monolith. We are not this homogeneous group of people. We are all different. Every Black person, every Black woman has a different personality, has different pain tolerances, and has different experiences. The only way to change it is the way that people see us has to change. We shouldn't have to change ourselves because the characteristics we have are survival mechanisms in a society that does not take us seriously and that does not see us as females.
When you take off our skin, what's under? When you take off a Black woman's skin, when you take off a white woman's skin, it's no different. It's literally the color of our skin that makes one woman live a very easy life and another woman live a very hard life. There can be an angry Black woman. There can be a shy Black woman. There can be an angry white woman. There can be a shy white woman. How come when a Black woman's angry, we get the angry Black woman's narrative, but when a white woman's narrative, oh no, she's just upset. She's gonna cool down.
End of the day, all we want to say is stop killing Black women. So I know this was a much more serious topic, but this is something that is very dear to our hearts. We come from Black women. We are Black women ourselves. I'm going to raise a Black child. These are important things to us, and we hope you guys care too. This is the foundation for change, and I hope a change is soon to come.
Down below, list some facts about Black women during childbirth, because there's probably more facts that we don't even know. We want to expand our knowledge every day, so please just comment any more facts that you guys learned.
We want this to be a discussion. This is not just us telling you.
Yeah.
Tell us some things that we don't know.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
We appreciate your attentiveness and for staying all the way to the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video because this is a very informative video.
Important.
That many people need to see.
Stay tuned for our next video.
Bye.
Got it.